everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you watched part 1 of the series with H-1B visa with Anthonette, you would know that we already talked about the visa application, what H-1B visa is all about, and more. But if you haven't watched it, Anthonette is an RN. She's a registered nurse who recently moved to the USA with her family from the UK on a H-1B visa. In part 2 of this series, we will not just be focusing on what we've talked about before, we'll be focusing on other questions that we have not responded to. So I would allow Anthonette to do a brief introduction about herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Anthonette Atumu. I'm a registered nurse. Just came in from the United Kingdom to the USA on H-1B, and I'm happy to share my views, my journey with you guys.
Thank you for accepting to be on my platform with me today. I do appreciate you. So we already talked about the documents that you would need for your visa stamping and going to the embassy. So if you missed that part, please, you will find it in part 1. So now we're going to talk about family and dependents. We will talk about spouse, we'll talk about the children, so that people can also make informed decision what is best for them. We often hear and read that spouse of a primary applicant for the H-1B visa cannot work. How true is that?
Well, it's not totally true. There's a clause to the cannot work, because now let me explain it for you in a way you can fully understand. So if you have an EB3 visa already filed for, and your file I-140 has been approved, you have the notice of approval with you. It doesn't have to be with any employer at all. It doesn't have to be the same employer that has the H-1B filed with you. So if you have that form approved, that is the requirement for your spouse to work. All you need to do is to take that form, go online, file for the application, and it just takes, I think, 4 to 6 months. But at about 4 months, most of the time, it doesn't even get to 6 months when you apply to get, they call it authorization to work. So you use that form and file for your spouse's authorization to work. As soon as you file it and it's being approved, he receives a card that's like a work permit. So that's what he works with. So it's not like if you come here, oh, your spouse cannot work. Unless you don't have an EB3 filed before, or maybe your I always miss the name of this thing, I-140 form is not approved. So if it's not approved,
the clause is they have to have an EB3 filed before.
Yes. So if it's not approved, you have to wait. So as long as you have to wait, when you get to the United States, you can apply for EB3. And when your I-140 is approved, you use the notice of approval to apply for his authorization to work. So that is the clause.
Okay.
It's not like he can't work and he's going to sit at home for, no.
And with your H-1B visa, you also have a social security number, right?
Yes, you do have a social security number.
Okay. What happens to the children on H-1B visa if they turn 21 while still waiting for EB3?
So if maybe you have grown children that are like maybe 18, 20, and you haven't got any EB3 filed, because we all know that once you've been able to file and maybe you filed for your kids, it covers them even if they clock 21. But let's say you haven't got your EB3 filed and then you are still on the work visa and then your children clocks 21. Unfortunately, you have to get another visa for them, because they won't be legally authorized to. Yes, you have to get another visa because they won't be legally authorized. So you just have to bank on the fact that maybe when you come here, you want to apply for EB3 and get it approved right before they turn 21, or alternatively apply for a student visa for them. Of course, they could be legally like legal residents, non-immigrant residents if they are on student visa, till you get an immigrant residence permit for them. So that's the thing about But if they are young children, younger, you have an advantage.
Can your children go to school while you're on H-1B visa?
Yes, your children can go to school like any other
every other child
child in the United States. They can go to to free school and all of that. They are open to those benefits. There are no restrictions on them.
How about your spouse? What if they want to go back to school? Can your spouse
Yes,
go to
the
school?
spouse can go to school. Yes, it's free. And if he wants to even go to school and say, oh, I want to go to school, and when I get my admission, I want to use that school to apply for my own student visa, that's another way you can do it. If you feel like, oh, I haven't got a FAR 1140, I-145 approval, and I want my spouse to start working immediately, you can apply to go to school with the H4. There are no restrictions. You can also apply to get a student visa and then start using it to work or something. So,
all right, we'll talk about work and lifestyle expectations. How many hours can you legally work on a H-1B visa?
So it depends on your contract with your employer. So if your employer states, because in the petition is a long document from the USCIS, you go over it and the petition aligns with the filing of the petition. They are going to send it when they file it for you. Your agency is going to send it to you. So the filing of the petition aligns with your contract because they are stating the terms and conditions of your contract to USCIS, so they can see what they're actually bringing you to the United States to do. So there's full-time and there's part-time. I think full-time covers at least from 35 to 40 hours in a week. So you can work that stretch and you can also have take overtime work with that present employer. But if you're stated for part-time, you might just be able to work for just 20 hours or lesser. So you can work you can work up to 40 hours and overtime with your employer.
Can you take unpaid leave while on this visa pathway?
Yes, you are entitled to leave like every other visa. Yeah, you have.
Next question would be about the advantages and disadvantages. What would you say advantages of a H-1B is compared to a green card visa sponsorship?
Is the time frame. Like my H-1B visa was ready in 4 months, and they wanted me to leave to come down to the United States within 4 months because I had my interview in December, and by April my filing was approved. It was just for the interview for me to come. So it takes 4 months. But if it's EB3, typical EB3 without retrogression might be taking you to 1 year plus to, let's say, about 2 years thereabouts. Let's just say 1 year without retrogression. But with the whole retrogression and it being even trying to come out slowly, we are not even
sure. 2 years.
It's 2 years plus now. It's even taking longer period. So that's it. It takes a longer time for the EB3. So it's the time gives it an advantage. The time at which you start the process and get to USA, it gives it a major advantage, especially with this retrogression over the EB3 visa. Because actually, if you look at it, whether you're coming on EB3 or work visa, it's the same amount of money they will pay you. They are not going to say, oh, because you're on a work visa, you're going to be paid lesser. It's just your status, your immigration status that is different. Do you get? It's just your immigration status that is different. If not, the rest things, and there are no restrictions to say you can't claim benefits, or there are no benefits unlike UK. You can apply for things and get stuff.
From the part one of the video, I think one of the disadvantages to note is that while on H-1B visa, if one loses their employment, then they have to look for another employer or leave the country in 60 days.
Yes, you just have to look for another, and that's one of the major disadvantages. You have to look for another employer in 60 days. You have 60 days grace to remain in the country legally. After 60 days, you are considered an illegal immigrant. So if you can't look for another employer, you just have to look for another employer. Look for any other legal way to get a visa to stay, to remain. So if you lose your job, you lose your status. That is the whole disadvantage about it.
Can you apply for H-1B visa extension while waiting for your green card?
Yes, you can apply for H-1B visa extension because the H-1B is a span of 3 years. So in a situation whereby the 3 years is expired and you've not gotten an immigrant visa to stay, because the H-1B is a non-immigrant visa. So if you've not gotten an immigrant visa to stay, you can apply for an extension, and you are given another 3 years, which makes it a span of 6 years in total. So in reality, all things working together, you should be able to get that green card, get get a green card. The green card is the ultimate, of course. Get the green card before. If you cannot get it on the first lap of the H-1B, you can extend for another 3 years. You should be able to get it on the second lap. That's before the 6 years expires.
Before the expiration of that one. Can you switch to another visa type while on H-1B? Another visa type that is not EB3 visa, like maybe the student visa or
Yes,
other visa types while you're on
Yes,
H-1B?
yes,
Okay.
you can have another, just like you can have another H-1B visa. If I choose to say, oh, I want to go to school now and I get an admission, I can apply for a student visa so that I can have a student visa. Yes, so you can
Okay.
apply for another visa.
So while on H-1B visa, if you want to school, you need to apply for student visa.
No, you don't need to apply for student visa. But I am just saying that if I want to apply for student visa and say, okay, I don't want to be on the H-1B route, I want to be on the student visa route.
Okay. You want to change your route entirely, as an example.
Yes, you can always change. Yes, you can.
Okay.
It doesn't restrict you.
What are the common mistakes that people make while on H-1B visa?
Well, I would say, one of the mistakes they could make while on it is like not getting your documents ready, or maybe when you're on H-1B visa, you are going to work elsewhere. When you start filing and all, and maybe they want to go through your documents, it could jeopardize future applications. So you need to keep by your rules. Why? Because it's a non-immigrant visa. So you need to keep by your contract by staying on those hours, staying with that employer, not trying to cut corners like saying, oh, I want to go and work for somebody else.
H-1B visa, you don't have another employer. It's like being on the tiptoe.
Yes.
You need to be careful.
You need to be careful, and then take your job serious. Like there's no laxity, like say, oh, you want to
hold your job in high esteem.
Yes, not like you are going and you see the people that are there that have been there before you. Maybe they are forming a clique or they are down. You are going to join them. You don't know what's happening there. Just go to work, do your job, do what is required from you, and go. Then every document you need to get ready, being that you know that, oh, your goal should be on getting the EB3 as soon as you get here. In as much as your employer has to be the one to apply for EB3 for you, one of the mistakes you will do is not getting those documents they will need for the EB3 ready, and not working in line of that visa which you are on, like violating some laws or violating rules and regulations against the visa you are already in. Do you get? So get your passports always renewed in hand. Work in line with the visa you are in.
Can you repeat the documents that are required? I think there were 5 of them.
Yeah, so for the H-1B, you need your international passports, visa screen certificate, CES, you need your transcripts, you need your IELTS.
Okay.
So get the documents that you will be needing for the EB3. I don't think you will need much. You're just going to probably need your they call it I-1, I-94. That's your I-94 that you got when you came here. Get your passport ready, because it's another route to apply from H-1B to EB3. So they'll just adjust your status and all. So work on getting your EB3. Don't just sit down, and when the contracted time between you and your employer, when it's gotten to that time that you guys agree that the EB3 will be filed, remind your employer. Don't just feel relaxed that, oh, I've gotten here. Make research. Remind your employer that, oh, this is the time you said you would apply for EB3 for me. Can we start it?
I think even remind them before the expiration, before 6 months.
For 6 months, and then
so they can put in their budget.
Yes, so you should start it. So as long as you have those things, you have nothing to worry about. I think most people just come here. Maybe they might forget the reason why they are here. They are just relaxed, and at the end of the day,
pray for favor with your employer and co-workers as well.
Yes, that's another thing. As you go to work, pray for favor. Be positive. Don't say, oh, anything might happen, my stay depends on this country. One thing I always tell people as well, if you can stay in UK with work visa, you can bear all the shit and all that. It's like staying in the UK with work visa. This is just the same thing. It's the same work visa we are on this USA journey, but it's just that it's USA and is in UK, and in this their work visa, there are not really as much restrictions as it is with the UK, that, oh, you are restricted to
and I appreciate that, honestly.
Yeah, you can't get benefits, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, the restrictions
Once you
are not.
switch to your EB3 visa now, even if you leave your employer, you're not losing your stay.
Yes, so the restrictions are not as even with the work visa here as now. So if you can be on a work visa in the UK, you can also be on a work visa here. I don't think there's really much of a big deal to it. So that's just it. And if you
That's
can
the
be,
word. That's the right word. Even if you're on a work visa in the UK, you can as well be on a work visa here.
work visa in the US, because
Period.
the UK, did they sack you from your job? Yes, I know. Everyone knows the kind of environment most of these trusts push us when we are working in the UK and all. But we survive it because we have that thick skin to go through a lot. We survive it, and most of us are lucky enough, favored enough to not have gotten into any problem throughout. You just go there like you do your job, you go to your house. So it's literally like the same thing, and it even comes with higher pay. For me, I don't know, because for some people,
Are you liking it so far?
I do like it, because honestly, I don't know, nursing in the UK, maybe it's because of the Nightingale origin. Our founder Nightingale, she was submissive, serving, that service that they want you to. I just feel they just make things a bit more difficult.
You feel more relaxed and at peace and fulfilled here, right?
I do. Like, everybody's literally minding their business. There's no, like, I don't know what to call that word, that people are looking for what is not there to report, or what is not. Like, mind your business and do your thing. So that's just
all
it.
right. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your time. We've been here for over an hour, and thank you for the insights, the knowledge, the truths in the video. These are informations that you do not even find by reading articles or scripts. Well, you have just poured out your heart, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I would encourage everybody to please go and give Anthonette all the support on her channel. Drop your compliments, subscribe, like her videos, and ask her questions. Reach out to her. Thank you so much, Anthonette. Again, I would allow you give your final notes if you have anything else to say.
I think we've really covered much. It's just that if you guys have any further questions, you can always go ahead and ask, and we'll be in the comments attending to them. Thank you. And don't forget.
I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye for now.
Bye.